Good afternoon, golf fans. Stuart Carter-Smith here. I'm back on the Montgomery course at Celtic Manor. I'm going to get straight into this video, no messing about. Basically, it's the best rangefinder I've ever used before, and I can't see it being beaten by anything else. There's loads of reasons, which we're going to play a couple of holes, and I'll show you how I would use it, give you an idea of maybe the strategy that I would use going around a golf course, and also, you know, some of the features that it's got. But the amazing part about it is it's in my hand now. It's that small. Look how small it is. There you go, dinky. Absolutely dinky. But it's beautifully made. It's got a lovely grip on it. It's just so nice and so light. I just absolutely love it. And I'll tell you as we go on, it has every feature you're ever going to need. I love the size of it, obviously, which is amazing because you don't want to carry a great big rangefinder. Let me grab to do a quick comparison. And it's called the EENOUR. I know that's a strange name, but it's the EENOUR rangefinder, and this is the 1,000-yard one, so it measures just over 1,000 yards. Not that we need 1,000 yards, but it is fun, you know, just measuring things in a distance, which I'll do a bit later. Here's another rangefinder. There we go. That is the size comparison. It's absolutely dinky, but it's made out of nice kind of aluminium and rubber. It's really got a quality feel to it. We'll try and get some film of this a bit later of the OLED highlight inside, so when you dial in a flag you actually get this beautiful kind of light thing bright inside. You can see everything nice and lovely as opposed to the other rangefinders. And straight away I'm going to tell you that it's I think it's $179 at the moment, which is amazing considering the other laser finders out there, as you probably already know, can go up to £500 or £600, $500 or $600. So I think it's amazing value for money. I've had it now for about 3 weeks and I absolutely love it. So we're going to get on with it. I think they're being released over the next few weeks or so, so they're not actually on the market just yet, but I will put a link down below. It's not sponsored whatsoever, and it won't even be an affiliate link. It will just be somewhere where you can go and get them when they are released. But let's go. Let's get this first hole and see. So we've got two ways of carrying it. Now, one way, which I'll be honest, I probably won't use this way, but some people go for it, and that is on a little pouch. So it just comes out there, and we got it. Just sits there, doesn't get in the way of your swing. It's just quite a nice little thing to have hanging off there.
Like the beltway is the way the builders would like it, you know, with their hammers hanging down. And
it's
stuff.
like a tool belt, yeah. It's a tool belt for rangefinders. It's got a lovely little magnet. It's kind of like a leathery, nice and soft inside. Going. Open up. Whoosh. There you go.
It's cute, isn't it?
It's brilliant. Fits like a bum in a bucket. Very nice. The other one is on the golf bag. Okay, so you get that with it. You get a little case with it. And you also get your charging lead, obviously, because we've got a battery inside as well. Another perfect thing. Saves me having to worry about buying batteries. And yeah, so let's give it a go. And what I'm going to do is on this hole, we've got a sharp dog leg to the left here. This is on the Montgomery course at Celtic Manor. I've not done that many videos here, so this will be fun. Just do this first hole. I'm going to play the full hole for you, and I'll try and strategize. I'll hopefully try and hit a couple of good shots if I can. It's a par 4 from right to left. It dog legs round, so we can either take it over the top of these trees, but I wouldn't really recommend that. I'm going to go towards I'm going to play it as a dog leg, but if I can get the right club, it's going to kick to the left, and it will make that club very much extended. So it's a great place to try and use these rangefinders. So I'm going to aim at one of those. Is that a silver birch tree? No. What is that?
Aspen, maybe?
Aspen, okay. I'm going to go at the aspen.
Tree names.
I've locked on. We got 295 yards to that tree down there. Oh, it's so nice.
Willow.
It vibrates.
I'm going to say it's a willow.
It's so nice. It's a willow, is it?
I think so.
Okay, so we're going to aim at the willow tree, but we don't want 295 yards. It's downhill, which we can also see on this. The little lights up there. If you're in a competition, you can't use slope. So that is just going to notify the rest of your colleagues and players that you're cheating if that lights up. But for now, I'm just going to have a quick look and see what.
Looks really flat on this. Filming this, it's actually really steep, isn't it?
It is steep, yeah.
What did it say to the tree? Sorry?
It's 295 to the tree, so I think if I can hit something about 180, it's going to run down around the corner. 180, maybe a 5 iron. Let's go with it. So I might even just hit a little draw on it. Just take it off the right of that little tree if I can. Land in the middle of the fairway. There it goes. Just running round. Let it go. There we going.
That was lucky.
We're down there, we're down the middle, so hopefully now we'll pace out what that is. So that should have flown, that was kind of my 180 shot. Oh, it's such a nice evening. So we just hit down across the top there. Maybe you can get a quick look back up there. Might be a bit into the sun. Yeah. And so I think my ball probably pitched around here. This is about the 180 mark. And it's rolled on, a good 80 yards down there, leaving me a nice sort of second shot in. But it's quite important to know that, I mean, I could have hit a 3-wood down the same place almost if it was wet. So using these slopes and knowing the golf course makes a massive difference. So I could see the tree down there was 295, and we'll get down there and we'll pace it up to that. We'll use the EENOUR finder to find out how far that's gone, and then we'll get an idea of how far that 5-iron's flown. But I'm going to guess it's gone about 250. I normally do this, but I'm just going to take the measure from this just because we're doing a bit of a review. So that's 55 yards. Yeah, so it was exactly 250 yards, that 5-iron. Obviously a big drop down the slope, and we were using this kind of ground, which I always encourage everybody to do. And we're sat here, and this is the shot we've got left in here. So I would do two things here. Often I would use my Arcos system, which I've done reviews on before, to get literally a point to the centre of the green. But for this purpose, I'm going to take a quick yardage to the flag, and it's 180 yards. And then what I generally will do is take some yardage points to other areas. So I'm going to take a yardage point from the front of the green. We've got 146 yards to the front. And then I'm going to take a point at the back as well. I'm going to get those bushes and I'm going to quickly laser those so I can see what my trouble. So I've got 198 to the bushes at the back. As long as I don't fly that far, that's absolutely fine. So I'm definitely going to hit a club that I can't get that far. But I'm going to make sure that I carry at least 146 yards. It's a fairly long shot, so it's not something that, you know, you see the guys on tour knocking it close, but generally speaking, you want to get it on the middle of that green. If I get on the middle of that green or somewhere on that green from 180 yards, I'll be really happy. Hopefully 2-putt and move on from there. Okay, so let's go 180 yards down this slope. I'm going to hit a 7-iron. I don't think I can hit a 7-iron 200 yards. That's why I've chose this club. I'm not too worried about it being short, as long as I get a half decent strike on it. Obviously you can duff it, you know, and it will go in the water short, but the trouble is I could hit an 8-iron here, but I can't trust myself to strike it well off of this downslope. So I'd like to try and smooth a 7-iron, try and see if we can hit it to the middle of the green. I'm one of those that would much rather hit a smooth shot rather than hit it harder. Everybody's different. Some people just like to whack everything, and that's fine. But for me, that's not the play. Hopefully, I can put a decent strike on this and get it somewhere handy. Don't really see that, but that's fine. That's the kind of front edge, middle of the green. I didn't strike it particularly well. I caught it a little bit thin, but I expected to almost off this slope, and I would rather catch it a little bit thin because we don't have to get much height here because it's a bit of a drop. And what I definitely don't want to do is catch it heavy, because if you catch it heavy, you're going in the drink. So there was a good way of using a laser finder to be able to find all the different points on that green that you don't want to go into. Now, it's not kind of imprinted into your mind, oh, don't go in the bad stuff, but I know that if I zoom into those trees at the back at 198 yards, I definitely cannot get there with this club. So all I'm thinking, I'm taking out that, so that's gone, it's not a worry for me, and I'm taking out the pond, which is short, and I know that's 146, I know I'm going to carry that. So all good for me in my head. I thought just put a nice swing on it, try and get some kind of strike, and it's going to get on the green, which it did.
Oh, the smell.
So it's a slightly longer putt than I wanted, but if you can see, you do not want to go long. So if you short side yourself long, that's no good. From here, I mean, there's a fair chance of 3-putting, but I'd much rather be here than anywhere else. At least we're on the short stuff. One thing I was going to show you, look at the putter I'm using. Old school.
Is that as old as you?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I've gone old school.
Is it older than you?
No, not quite older than me. I'm like a fine wine, you know. I get better with time. Okay, great big slope off the left-hand side. Oh, first putt of the day. Let's just try and get it down there somewhere and leave myself a putt. down.
Spoke too soon.
Oh my god.
It's gone.
Stop. Stop.
It's fast, isn't it? I should have just stopped filming then, shouldn't I? It's still going.
This is not the power putt that I was looking for. Oh,
This
well.
is good. People prefer to see a struggle.
Well, this is a struggle, okay? Yeah. All right.
Never up, never in.
Never up,
remember
never
that,
in.
okay?
Come on.
Remember,
Okay.
Whew.
Bogey goal.
Bogey, yay!
There you go. I haven't played this hole in a while, and I think this green shows. It's an absolutely gorgeous green. Look at it. So I've tested this against my Bushnell, and they're within inches of each other. I'm not sure which one's more accurate than the other, but that's what you're getting for your money. You know, you get build quality, which is fantastic on this one. You know, we've got all the settings on there, so we can obviously do meters and yards. You get a nice vibration when it locks on. You
Should
can
we try and do a film through to see if we can
yeah,
see
let's do it.
I don't know if this will work. Oh yeah, not bad.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. Up close.
That's the OLED. It's so nice to see. You look at it and it just flashes up. You feel like a fighter pilot for 5 minutes. But that's the EENOUR. I'll put a link down below. You can go along and buy one of these if you so desire. I would thoroughly recommend it. It's so cool. Look how cute it is, and it's a cute little thing. Got a little battery charge in there. It's what I'm going to use until it breaks. How long will that be? I don't know, but we're going to try and keep on playing with it. And I look forward to seeing you guys maybe next week. I've got a hot review coming on the Golfson Wave, which I'm working on right now. So all being well, thank you to my camera lady, my wife, Maddie Jones, and I'll see you guys possibly next week. Magnification. Can't even sell that word.
Is you studying?
Sell that word. Yeah, it's me studying. Right, so hang on, then we got... Can you take this a little bit more seriously?
Sorry.
Right. Weight, good weight. Class 1 laser. What's that mean? 517 yards to that house.
Oh, that's